And now, 2K Sports brings you Thursday night in the NBA with two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And there's the screen. Beyond the arc, hits the trifecta.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Fires in the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
To the paint. Pass to Edwards. Lets it fly. Great look there, but off target.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Hernan Gomez on the wing. Here's Osman. 5 on the clock. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Pass to De Silva. From behind the arc. They get the rebound. The fadeaway. Count it.
You know, he had room to operate, but added a little fade on that shot just for good measure.
Pass to Osman. 4-3. The shot no good.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, here's what the head coach for Athens told me earlier. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
And Allie, thanks. And another miss by Athens.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
The quick look, no good that time. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
First personal foul. First team foul. Away team foul. Edwards. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Tries to save it. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Here's Osman. Gets 7 a screen. Osman with the bucket.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Hernan Gomez. And he can't jam it through.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
From out on the wing, he knocks it down. 5 points in the game.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
To the middle. Oh, deflected. Now here's Edwards. Not a lot of room. Pass to De Silva. And 1:01 left in the opening quarter.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the three-pointer goes.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Takes a three. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Away team foul. Number 13. First personal foul. Third team foul.
41 seconds left in the first quarter. Yurt 7, a screen on Edwards. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Athens shooting their first free throw of the night. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Yurt 7.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Hey, from beyond the arc. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
Athens foul call. Number 30. First personal foul. First team foul.
12 seconds left now in the first quarter. Pass to De Silva. It'll count. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Up 5. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And he drops the first.
For the away team.
Gold shot's good from the strike.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Athens trails by 7. Now Brown. Jacks up a 3. They grab their own miss. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
The 3-ball. Gets the 3-ball to go.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Outside none. Buries it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
The 3. It's hauled in by Athens. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Knocks it loose. Here he goes to the inside. Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Grant outside. Oh, Grant throws it down.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Misses the wing 3. Athens trails by 9. Hey, here's none for 3. Counted from distance.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
To the left wing. Off target from outside.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
And he lays it up and in. He's got 5.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Pass to Booker. Outside none. And he's going for the lob. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Great open look there.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
And here's Brown for three. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. There's 1:34 left in the first half. Drops in the three.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to none. And there's a pick. Just 5 to shoot. Grant outside. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And with spring fast approaching, let's get a lay of the land by taking a look at the power rankings. Not a bad place to be, holding on to that number 2 spot.
When I look at this visiting team, they've gotten into a slump. The season has not gone as planned. You get the sense that they're discouraged and they can't find any answers.
Athens trails by 8. And he drives in, and he goes in for the dunk.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. The three. Buries it from 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Outside, Brown. 27 seconds left in the first half.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Here's the 3. No good that time. On the wing, Grant. Fade away. So we conclude the first half. They're up 7. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern...
You take a look at the visitors. They played okay, but unfortunately, that's not getting you into the playoffs. They were hoping to take the next step.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the visiting team.
They're up because...
That does it for halftime.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Pure from 3-point range. He has 7.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Guarded by Edwards. And the shot's good.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Pass to De Silva. Offensive board. Athens trails by 8. Oh, misses the dunk.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Oh, got that one up quick.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Edwards for 3. On target from range.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
It's Hernan Gomez with a drive.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Number 13.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Here's your 7. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Tipped away and stolen by Edwards. And there's the lob.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Guarded by Edwards. Launches it. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
For the away team, Lucic taking 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First one falls. It's both from the stripe. Athens trails by 13. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Sinks the tray.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Intercepted. 1:46 left in the third quarter. Plays out. On Friday, then on Monday. Hernan Gomez has gone just 1 for 4 so far. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Ali. Thanks.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Inside. Over to the left wing. Launches a 3. That one's... good. 7 for 10 now.
He hit a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence is through the roof.
From deep. Knocks down the long J. Give him 8.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Osman on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Off the mark there with a three. 29 seconds left in the third. And he lobs it up. Six to shoot. Pass to De Silva.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
"11 seconds left in the third quarter. He gets it up. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, the visiting team. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect.
Foul called. Number 40. Third personal foul. First team foul.
To the paint. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
Fires from deep. The rebound by Osman.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Yurtseven. 4 on the clock. Uses the glass on the layup.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
And the foul on Omer Yurtseven. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Booker for 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Driving to the basket. Here's Hernan Gomez. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal
Doris, with the latest collective bargaining agreement, teams have to be more strategic with their spending.
They do, Brian, and I think this speaks to the league's desire to make sure there's competitiveness across all of the teams in the league. There are now harsh penalties in place for teams that go over the luxury tax. So star players in their 30s or players with injury concerns aren't necessarily guaranteed max contracts in the future. You're going to see a lot more negotiations and smart decision making.
And Athens calls time here.
Substitution on the court.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. The visitors with the ball. Hooker with a screen on Nunn. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Athens. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. He takes it in. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
No luck on that one.
Oh, it's embarrassing to miss a dunk, but even more so when you're all by yourself.
From beyond the arc and then some.
3 points.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Well, Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
To the middle. Grant with a steal. Fast break. Here we go. And here's Brown for three. Fires in the triple.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
There's 1:26 left in the final quarter. Nunn defends. That's tipped. Brown looking around. Lays it up and banks it in. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
From downtown. Offensive rebound. Fires for three. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number one on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Nunn defends. The rebound by Nunn. And so Brown will bring it up for Athens. Trailing by 13. Outside Nunn. 19 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Launches it from deep. The shot won't fall. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road.
everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Panathinaikos in at the small forward. Outside Fournier. To the wing right side. That one's good. Vazenkov.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
From past the arc. That one's off. He starts the game with the miss. Outside Fournier. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach for Athens. And when I asked Coach about his top priority of this game, he said, without hesitating, containing Sabonis. He added, he's a skilled low-post player who plays with a lot of power. And when he's not scoring, he's making plays for his teammates. The defense has its work cut out for them. Guys?
Thanks, David. That shot wide open. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Panathinaikos. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by Athens. They set the pick. Slukas passes to Yurtsevin. Clock at 6. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now, here's Fournier. Out to the right wing. Launches a three. And it's Osman with the rebound.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Here's the three. Rebounded by Panathinaikos. Pass to Vizenkov. To the middle. Shot by Panathinaikos, no good. Athens leading by 6. Started by Fournier. Now Yurtsevin. There's Slukas. Buries it from three-point range.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Fournier gets a wide open look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
From outside the arc, they retain possession. And it's Osman missing. Pass to Fournier. There's the pick. With the drive, and it's good for 2. Fournier's got 5 now.
Use the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
And here is Athens now. They lead by 4. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the officials.
And it's a completely new group for Athens.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Grant. Puts up a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Now Dorsey. Over none. Was shot by Dorsey, no good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
And so it's Athens, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on Athens?
what we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Athens leading by 7. Brown wide open. He fires. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board. And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Got a piece of it. Here's Dorsey. Nothing on the board. Here's Milutinov. A three-pointer off the mark. We're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Grant outside. Pass to Nunn. Plenty of space. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Nunn's got his first bucket of the night. Evans against Brown, and that's Evans penetrating, and the dunk by Evans.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Pass to Dorsey. Back to Evans. A three ball. It's hauled in by Athens. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And here is Brown. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Dorsey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Now, here's Nunn. Defense right on him. Dorsey passes to Evans. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now just a 3-point Athens lead.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Now, here's Grant. He's guarded closely. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Pass to Dorsey. 6 to shoot. Here's Evans. He gets that one. Evans has got 6.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Here's Nunn. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's the screen.
Athens foul call. Grant.
And it's a completely new group for Athens.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:06 left to play here in the half. From downtown, hits the three-point bomb. Dorsey's got his second bucket.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like. That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Evans goes in, and Evans throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Drills the three-pointer. He has 7. So it's the visitors now. It's a 3-point game. From deep. Yurtsevin with the rebound. 1 second left. That one doesn't drop. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Athens ahead, leading by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Man, I think for Athens, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches. We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis. Thanks for spending half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Lucas in at the 1. There's the pick for 3, Fournier. Here's Fall, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Vezenkov in a power forward. Fall with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Fournier pass to Panathinaikos. Outside Fournier. Here's Vezenkov. Hernan Gomez covering. Clock at 4. For the lead. It's hauled in by Athens. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Osman. He's got 5. Pass to Yurtsevin. A floater, and it's good on the layup. And Athens leads by 3.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. It's Fournier on the wing. He's got 5. Hits it from three-point range. Fournier's got 8 points.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Now, here's Yurtsevin. Defense is right there. Pass to Osman. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. 10 points for him.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Athens leading by 3. Hernan Gomez a screen. Here's the floater, and the shot is good. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Fournier, that's for 2. Gets an open look and hits. Fournier's got 5 points in the quarter. And here is Athens now. There's a screen. There's Lucas. The layup missed. And they're on the break. Here's Vezenkov. Traps in the tray. Now Athens with it. A minute 42 left in the third quarter. He's guarded by Fournier. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Fall passes to Panathinaikos. Cans the shot from the wing. Panathinaikos got his first basket. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century that season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, you're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Second shot opportunity, and the jumper is on the mark. He has 5.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Panathinaikos. 29 seconds left in the third. Drives to the hoop, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. There's Lucas. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Here's Vezenkov.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Poked away, and we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter on. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so Brown will bring it up for Athens. Pass to Grant. They set the pick. And the dunk by Grant.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Here's Dorsey. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And for Athens, Brown finds Grant. In the corner, none with it. With the shot. No good on the shot. Nunn's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Evans passes to Dorsey. Shoots it. And it's Evans missing. Now Athens with it. Grant surveying the D. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Now here's Evans. From the arc. Nunn grabs the board. Evans has gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. There's the 3. Evans with another miss. Nunn's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Athens.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And he slams it one-handed.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. There's a good screen. Evans. And he's finally able to knock one down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Left side, Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Shoot, this defense is giving me hope. The way I look, I could sign a 10-day and put up a few buckets on this squad.
Evans can't get that one to fall. Evans has gone 5 of 13 from the floor. That's below 40%. Pass to Brown. Takes the three. Nailed from three-point land. Now it's a 5-point Athens lead.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here is Athens now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. They set the pick. Grant outside. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And Athens leads by 7.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Evans against Brown. They need this. Offensive rebound. Pass to Dorsey. Beyond the arc. And the three ball is good. Dorsey's got 5 points in the quarter.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Grant outside. Again, Athens. Here's Dorsey. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
Here's the three. No good there. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. $20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't nail the jumper. Here's Peters. So Athens wins it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them.
Welcome to Sunday Night NBA action here on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our distinguished analyst. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Ball no good. Out left to the wing. There's the three. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Here's Vazinkov. Shoots. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
There's a screen. Puts up a three. He buries it from three.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
About a minute into this first quarter. On the wing, Fournier. This one for three. They get it back. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. Hits a three-pointer. 6 points for him.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Lets it go from deep. Count it. All three of his attempts have gone in.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Tries again. The kick out to Edwards. No good on the three. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. That shot missing.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
He drops it from range.
Now that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Fournier for three. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Offensive rebound. Three-pointer. Hits the trifecta.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Here's Panathinaikos. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. From outside the arc. Out to the wing. Pass to De Silva. 5 to shoot. Offline with a three.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
First team foul.
A minute 37 left to play in the first quarter. Three-pointer off the mark. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to plug up any passing lanes they see because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. From the arc. Can't get it to go. Only 3 for 8.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Vezenkov. And the three-pointer goes. Vezenkov's got 10 points.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Fournier with the ball. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
19 seconds left to play in the first.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's De Silva. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Fournier for three. He can't hit that time. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Up by 9. Stay with us now. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Here's Evans. Snatched away. Outside Booker. To the inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Pass to Dorsey. The three is up. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
First shot won't go. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Evans, that's good. Evans has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
To the wing on the left. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. Here's Peters. Nice shot from the wing. Peters has got his first points of the night.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Outside Booker. They set the pick. There's the triple. The offensive rebound. For 3. Sinks it from distance. Booker's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
Here's Dorsey. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Booker. Takes the 3. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here we go. Driving in. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Dorsey. Sends it home from three-point land. Dorsey's got 6.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
From deep three-point land. He's off on that one. And is blocked. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Down low. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Can't nail the jumper.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Here's Peters. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
At the line for 2.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
A tight game here in Utah.
Home team foul. Lucic. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Panathinaikos. 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one. .51 seconds left in the second period. Releases. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. He's got 14. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Here's Vazenkov. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The three-pointer off the mark.
After scoring with ease in the first quarter, he's really cooled down a bunch here.
Fournier for 3. Drills it from deep. Fournier's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, there's a reason why Fournier takes a ton of threes. He's pretty good at it.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Fall. Banked it in off the glass.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Leading by 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for...
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Fournier. The wide open shot is on the money. Fournier's got 5 points.
Yeah, Fournier did a great job. He waited for that window to open. Took advantage.
Hangs in the air, and the layup is up and in.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Here's Panathinaikos. 5 points in the game. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 7.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. Pass to De Silva. 6 on the shot clock. Fournier with a rebound.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Edwards. Second personal foul. First team foul.
The visitors with the ball. Here's Panathinaikos. He's got 7. There's the 3. Knocks down the triple.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
The layup misses.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Gets the 3 ball to go. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
To halt the run. Unable to get that one.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Vazenkov. There's the triple. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the third.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Fournier out there as a floor spacer, someone who's going to stretch out the defense and give everybody room to operate, make their jobs a little bit easier.
Here's Papanikolaou. Nails it from 3. 10 points for him. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Fournier for 3. De Silva with the rebound. De Silva's got rebound number 5 here tonight. From behind the arc, drains the triple. He's got 25.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Vizenkov. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Picked it out of midair. Here's Papanikolaou. 10 points for him. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. 26 seconds left in the third. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Vizenkov gets the 3 to Fall. Vizenkov's got 6 points in the quarter. Fires from way outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. They're up by 2. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Evans. Inside. Stolen by Booker. For 3. No good.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
Here's Evans on the take, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Powered down as the whistle blows. 3-point play opportunity.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Nice move. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
From 15 feet away, basket counts.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
To the paint. Oh, deflected. it goes. Jam that one home.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Edwards.
Here's Dorsey. Off with the layup. And here's Edwards outside. And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here's Peters. Clock at 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. First free throw is good.
At the line for the away team.
Good on both. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. There's a screen. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Dorsey from downtown. De Silva with a rebound. De Silva's got 6 rebounds in the game. Over to the wing. 1:43 left in the fourth. Connects from downtown.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense, and he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
From the arc. The shot by Evans, no good. Outside Edwards. No good on the triple. Guarded by Edwards. The 3 is up. De Silva with the rebound.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
And 1:01 left to play in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And the 3 off target.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Well, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Basket's good. Two points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league. And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Goes up from the top of the key. That shot off.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
It's going to go the other way. Off the inbound pass. That one doesn't drop. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. This one was in the balance right until...
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It's Athens facing the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. Lucic. Off target from three-point range. Knocked away. It's stolen by Edwards. And here's the break. Lets it go with a three. Drills the three-pointer.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to De Silva. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And they're running. And here we go. The three. It's stolen.
Home team foul. Number 13. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here is Athens now. It's a three-point game. There's Lucas. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Defended by none. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 5.
Well, I think this is the start they want. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
There's Lucas. Another 3 for Athens.
What a move, showing off the handles there.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Athens.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
That bucket in no time at all. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. They set the screen. 5 to shoot. With the teardrop. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Lucic buries it from three-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
1:46 left to play here in the first. Here's Edwards. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Shot from the wing. That shot off.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Pass to Nunn. Here's the screen. 4 on the shot clock. Good.
Just straight tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
Defended by Nunn. Knocks down the 3-ball. 11 points in the game.
He's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Athens moving the ball around. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Athens trails by 3. Down low. And he jams it with authority.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
He had a nice open look right there. There's Lucas. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Up by 4. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your 3-point game early. It puts the defense right up against it.
Taking a look at Athens. We've got Yurtsevin. Grant is out there with Brown. And it's Osman in at the power forward position. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And here's Brown outside. No good. Shot missing. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 8 points for him.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. And now a chance to honor a player who has been on fire recently. His play has earned him Player of the Week in the West.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
Good on the triple. Yurtsevin's got his second bucket of the night. Yurtsevin's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. Booker outside. Stolen by Grant.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
It's Brown on the wing. Napier covering. The three. Booker pulls it in. Giffey. No good from outside. Athens trails by 4. Over to the wing. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Stolen by Grant. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. Here's a look at the schedule for Athens. On Wednesday, then on Tuesday. Here's Osman. Pass to Yurtsevin. There's the pick. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. To the left wing. They get it back.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Out to the right wing. Fires for 3. The rebound by Grant. Athens trails by 3 and stolen by Napier. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. He's got 10.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Shot on the wing. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. The tray. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Crafty move. Rips it home after the terrific move.
And 1 step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And he goes up strong with 1 hand and flushes it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys. You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. It's 2-on-1. Yurtsevin passes to Osman. And stolen by Booker. He gets it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Leading by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
And now we get to check out. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Athens. And for Athens, out to the right wing. Floats one up, and that's 2 points on the layup. 11 points in the game.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
For three. It's not going to go for him. Athens trails by 3. None with it. Still scoreless. Six on the shot clock for the tie. A second chance effort. No good on the layup.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
From past the arc. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
None wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Hands it from downtown.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Right wing. Over to the wing. This one for 3. Nunn grabs the board. Athens trails by 6. It's tipped. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Inside. Just 5 on the clock. Athens needs to get a shot up. They grab their own miss. There's Lucas. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. 14 points for him.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Out of hand on it. All by himself. Here's De Silva.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Lucic nails the wide-open jump shot. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Lucas. Edwards defending. There's Lucas. Misses the jumper.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
From outside the arc. The shot, no good. Athens trails by 7. Pass to Nunn. Fires the 3. 36 seconds left to play in the third. There's the lob to the hoop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited. He made 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since then. I tell you what, you can't shake your head at that.
To the inside.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Oh, watch out below. Come on now, throw it down.
Whoa, 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 the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly, caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
Well, and it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Taking a look at Athens. Grant is out there with Brown. Then it's Yurtsevin. And it's Osman in at the power forward. Now Grant. Clock at 6. And the dunk by Grant.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Athens trails by 9. Here's Osman. Grant on the wing. They set the pick. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And here comes the break. Pulls up on the elbow. No good off the front iron. Now, here's Yurtsevin. He's guarded closely. Tries to save it, and so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. Over in the corner, Brown. Shot clock at 6. Papa Petro. Off target with his 3. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Pass to Napier. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession.
Athens ball.
And here is Athens now. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And here's Brown outside, sinks the 3-pointer.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Giffey. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
There's the screen from beyond the arc. Booker pulls it in. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. It's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. His first shot coming late. Good, he hits the jump shot. Booker's got his first points of the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Yurtsevin. Offline with his 3. Yurtsevin's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Stolen by Grant and stolen by Napier. Giffey. No good with the triple. Athens trails by 11. Brown outside. Pass to Grant. There's 1:38 left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Osman. and Grant gets the assist.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Puts up a deep three. He'll not drop through. That miss puts him at 6 for 10. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Booker the best in 8. Booker is screen on Brown. Fader on the way. Offensive rebound. And taken away by Brown. Here's Osman. Napier covering. Pass to Brown. Here's Osman. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
19 seconds left in the game. Petro. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And so they get the victory here at home. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win none.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Ali LaForce will be with us courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Papanikolaou. With the drive. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. On offense, here is Athens. It's a three-point game. It's 7 a screen. Lets a three fly. Not going to go that time. It's hauled in by Athens. It's intercepted. Pass to Fournier. They set the screen. Top of the key. Yep, that one goes.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Now here's your 7, tightly guarded. Here's Osman, deflects the pass, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
3 on the clock. This one for 3. And another miss by Athens.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Fournier against your 7. Oh, swiped away. They're running. He launches a 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Outside Fournier. Out to the right wing. Pass to Vizenkov. Let's go with a 3. Knocks it down from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And here's Hernan Gomez. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. That one no good. Here's Vizenkov. Launches a three. They get it back. The three is up. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Osman. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Osman's got 6.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
On the wing, Fournier. Lets it go. And that one's on target from the wing. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's 7 a screen. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Here's Vezinkov. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now here's Hernan Gomez. Tight defense on him. Fires from deep. The rebound by Vezinkov.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Fournier for 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Fournier covering. Pass to Hernan Gomez. To the middle. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Osman. He has 6. Pass to Hernan Gomez. There's a screen. Counted from distance. Give him 8. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. It's Athens. They're up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Athens.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
So on the floor for Athens. No good from outside. Here's Peters. Beyond the arc. First shot won't go. Puts up a 3. And he can't get that one. Here's the pick. Here's Dorsey. Nunn defends. From deep. And Dorsey gets it to go.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attack.
And so it's Athens with it. To the wing, right side. Back to Nunn. Shot clock at 5. Cans it with nobody near him. Nunn's got his first points of the game.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock his trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Here's Evans. He nails it, and we're tied. Evans has got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside, Brown. With the fadeaway. And he misses again, now 0 for 3.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Pass to Evans, shoots over Grant, and that misses. That would have put him up. Outside, Brown. They set the pick. The three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Evans, that's good. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Outside, Nunn. Pass to Brown. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Shooting for Athens.
And both free throws good for Brown.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Here's Evans, defended by Brown. The shot by Evans, no good. Athens leading by 3. Pass to Nunn. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3. Nunn's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Three-pointer. Hits the three-pointer.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Right side, Brown. Nunn finds Grant. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Evans. Here's Dorsey. Nunn defends. Out to the right wing. Here's Evans. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
They set a pick. And here's Grant from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Dorsey gets it to go. And so Grant will bring it up for Athens. Trailing by 2.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first.
At the line for the away team, Grant.
And so Grant nails them both. We've got 22 seconds left in the half. Here's Evans, defended by Brown. To the inside. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And here's Grant from the arc. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. We're up by 2, and we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Several teams wrestling for position there. I know wrestling is an arena you have some experience in, Shaq.
Absolutely.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good.
And that'll do it for.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one.
There's the drive, and you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
And for Athens, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Sinks the tray. He's got 6.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Panathinaikos. The kick out to Fournier. Pass to Vezenkov. Buries it from 3. Vezenkov's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
The 3. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Yurtseven. Shot clock at 6. There's the steal. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Vezenkov. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
And here's the fast break. Oh, they get a hand on it. Right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Yurtseven. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Out to the right wing. Here's Vezenkov. 11 points in the game. Chalk up 2 there. Vezenkov's got 13. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Yurtseven a screen. Osman on the wing. No good from the wing. Here's Vezenkov. He's got 13. Outside Fournier. And there's the screen. And the shot goes down. He's got 9.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Fournier's gone 4 of 5 from the floor. Just the 1 miss. From outside the arc. And no good.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Pass to Vezenkov. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Off target with the 3. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
He shoots it. The shot by Fournier, no good.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Pass to Yurtseven. Clock at 6. Puts the move on. Good on the jump shot. Got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. They're up. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so Grant will bring it up for Athens. Pass to Nunn. Five to shoot. Goes up on the wing. Now here's Brown. Grant finds Brown. Spins. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And that'll tie this game up.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
So on the floor for Athens. The shot by Evans, no good. Pass to Nunn. They set the screen to take the lead. Kick out to Brown. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's Dorsey. Pure from three-point range.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
And it's in there.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Pass to Graham. Back to Brown. Outside Nunn. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Tipped. He's covered by Grant. Here's Evans. And down it goes. 2 points. Evans has got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
There's a screen. Wide open look. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And they're on the run. Jacks up a 3, and he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
That right there might put the finishing touch on this one. Definitely not the time to get sloppy with the ball.
And here's Grant from the arc. Kick out to Brown. Grant outside. Back to Brown. Pass to Grant. Shot clock at 5. There's a screen. Lets it go from deep. Count it! What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
And this is just typical of him. Always always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Left side, Brown. Grant outside, down low. Fader on the way, and nails the tray. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Here's Evans. Fires away from way outside. Off target. And so they get the victory here at home. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Lets it go from deep. That one's in. His first shot this game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Lucic. Rebounded by Panathinaikos. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. That one's good for Zenkov.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Jacks up a three. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's De Silva. Edwards, a screen on Fournier. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive if they hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Fournier. Will it go? He can't get that one. They're running. Going inside, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
It's just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Fires from deep. Sinks the triple. He's got 11.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Out to the wing. Fall passes to Panathinaikos. Puts up a three. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Oh, that's blocked. Here we go, one-on-one. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. That one's good for Zenkov.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
That one good for 2.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Lucic drains it from beyond the arc.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
The three-pointer, no good. There's 48 seconds left in the first. Launches it from deep. Kept alive. Pass to Vezenkov. Launches a three. Bangs home the trifecta. Vezenkov's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And he makes that one.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen to the middle. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. They're up by 1. And the second quarter will be. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Here's Dorsey. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And a miss there on the triple. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Napier. Driving the lane. And he lays it straight in. Napier's got his first points of the night.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
From deep, Evans. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Booker outside. For the three. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Away team foul. 0. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Launches it. Was shot by Dorsey. No good. He takes it in. It's good.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Evans passes to Peters. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Rebound by Napier.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Booker with no one around, and he's good on the three ball. Booker's got 6 here in this quarter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's Peters. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. To the wing right side. There's the pick. Down low. Here's Milutinov. Here's Dorsey. That three off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, GA?
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage. So an adjustment was made. Fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well, and I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed, no doubt about it, DA. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
From deep, it dropped for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Back to Evans. Shoots the three. Drills it from outside.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Over to the left wing. Giffey trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Dorsey. Clock at 6.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A fourth would be inexcusable.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Stolen away. On the wing, Evans. To the paint. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Pass to Edwards. Takes a three. Good on the three-point shot. Edwards got his third basket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Leading by 8. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Their three-point shooting, wow. I didn't get a math degree, but I didn't go to Shack University either. I do know.
And now, moving. And that about wraps it.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall into the center.
How about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Panathinaikos. Da Silva with the rebound. Da Silva's got his fourth rebound in this one. Edwards looking it over. A three-pointer off the mark. Inside, it's intercepted. And here's the fast break. Lets the three fly. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Pass to Fournier. The three ball doesn't get it to drop for him. From deep three-point land, Fournier pulls it down.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Vazenkov. And it's off from three-point range.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Wasted no time on that one. Edwards got 10 points.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
That one's good. Vazenkov.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 16.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Fournier's shot is off.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Here's Panathinaikos, and that one is hammered home.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. They set the pick. Lucic. No good on the triple. Here's Vezenkov. He's got 10. Back to Fournier. From downtown, that one's good. Vezenkov's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
From the arc. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Fires from deep. There's the triple. Couldn't get it to drop. He's now made 5 of 8 shots. No good on the 3. Outside Fournier. Pass to Vezenkov. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Down low. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Back to Fournier. Pushing it up. Pass to De Silva. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. They set the pick. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got his first bucket in this one.
You've got to be able to manipulate the defense in pick and roll. Fournier, nice job there.
Connects from three-point range.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Panathinaikos. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Edwards. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That is a huge three-pointer. Extends the lead at the last possible second. That'll give him a big boost going into the fourth.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up 19. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the 2. Here's Vezenkov. Hits the three-point bomb.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. From deep three-point land. No basket. That's his 5th miss in 11 attempts from the floor. Giffey, it's blocked. Rob. There's the drive, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
That one's good. Vazenkov's got 11 points here in just the second half. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Booker at the elbow. That shot off the mark. Evans feeling it out a bit. Three-pointer. That shot missing.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Now here's Napier. Guarded closely. Ball stolen. It's tipped. Lets it go from 11, and that one drops.
You know, they work the ball into ideal position there to get the high-quality look.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Dorsey. From outside, off the mark. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Dorsey. Evans outside. Here's Peters. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Puts up a deep three. No good. He's missed three, and he's made 4 of his 7. Out left to the wing. The three. Hits it from three-point range.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 5. The turnaround jumper. Count it.
Look, they've earned this victory tonight. Tough to dominate the way they did.
And they just went out and executed. Give credit to the coaching staff. They have to be thrilled with their level of play.
Evans left side. The three. It's good from long range. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
43 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Peters. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot, no good.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they...